going on, y'all? Welcome back to Underground Nerd Nation.
Hey, yo.
Oh, okay. Completely forgot.
Got another in-person podcast for y'all.
We back. Yes.
I remember that last episode. I didn't want to say for sure because
Why?
stuff always happens with us. One thing or another. But we back.
Oh, y'all stupid right now.
But anyways, I'm Keston, a.k.a. DJ Nexus.
I'm Camden, a.k.a. Modoc's left butt cheek.
Ew.
Gross.
Pause.
I'm Adrian.
I'm Dash, aka Mordoc's legs.
The baby legs. I'm Patrick, a.k.a. Mr. Phenom.
Oh, and I'm Scotty. I'm here.
Yes, we would like to welcome the guest we have. Of course, Mr. Phenom. Been on here a couple times. In the first time appearance with Scotty, one of my good friends. We appreciate you coming on, brother.
I'm happy to be here, guys. I'm really happy to be here.
The super web developer.
Yes.
So hit him up if y'all need some web development done. I don't know what what else would you call that? Just web development?
Yeah, what do
Which info?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's my info. Whoa, calm down, Pat. Take me to dinner first, please.
Mickey D's. Supersize is all you get.
If it's good enough for Cardi, it's good enough for anybody.
Right.
I mean, true.
Is that really?
In the commercials?
Well, Cardi and Offset?
Cardi and Offset, they
Oh,
have their
bro,
own
you
meal and everything.
It's like a Valentine's Day meal
they
for
have
them.
their own thing. They have their own meal. You walk in and be like, you want the Offset and Cardi meal?
Yeah, no. I've never.
I think it comes with like an apple pie, some barbecue sauce, and some other crazy stuff.
A whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Matter of fact, go to YouTube and look up Offset and Cardi B McDonald's commercial.
How long ago was this?
Yeah, I've not
Like it first aired on the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I've seen
Oh,
it.
that's why.
Yeah.
I had a baby running around Super Bowl.
You did.
Oh.
You did. I was about to say you did watch the Super Bowl though, right?
I did, but I also was monitoring a 1-year-old.
Shout out to Kansas.
That man, Patrick, my
Shout out
yeah.
Kansas City.
First
Congratulations. God.
I heard.
guess congratulations.
I heard the call was horrible. That's all. That's all I heard.
The defender said he held. That's all.
Right, I was about to say the defender
If the
even said
defender
it, that he did
admits
it.
he did it, you gotta let it go.
But they said
They shouldn't have called it.
But
no.
it's a bang bang play.
No,
It
it-
sucks that it ended on that play, but the play happened. That was a penalty.
Well, how I
So
heard it.
therefore, it's a call.
Well, how I heard it was more like he just kind of put his hand on his back and like I'm still here.
No,
bro.
he had his
No,
hand around his
he
waist
grabbed him.
for literally like maybe a second or two. But the throw was way over dude's head and was uncatchable.
It was literally Pat Mahomes saying, "Oh, I see that," and throwing it for
And
sure.
that
For sure, there was no
Exactly.
way that he thought that Juju was going to make any play on that.
Hey,
But he
dude-
saw the penalty and said,
which is
"Gotcha, bitch," and threw it.
insane.
Juju started a great Twitter beef off that, though. A great Twitter beef with Juju. So
Oh,
that was
God.
that one.
Him and AJ.
AJ
Oh,
Brown
yeah.
is clapping on this
AJ
man,
Brown
bro.
is-
He was like, "You was unemployed."
Pat Mahomes saved your career.
Your whole career. You ain't even 25
They
yet,
called
bro.
him TikTok boy. After congratulating him first,
He was like, congrats,
AJ
my
Brown was
boy.
on something else.
Boy, he was on it.
Yeah, I watched the halftime show and then I dipped out, and that was about as far as I got.
Yeah, I dipped out slightly before the halftime show.
Why? Oh, because y'all had to get up early.
I mean, yeah, we got kids.
Yeah,
and
we-
stuff.
I know, I understand. Hey, I understand.
Hey, man up.
Bro, we was far away from home.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's far from my house.
Oh, I forgot you was at
yeah, yeah.
That other guy's
Say you're
house.
sorry.
Yeah.
You could have came.
Yeah.
we invited you. We all called you.
Look, your boy was at the
Facts.
house enjoying the whole game. I didn't have to leave.
But you still would have been happy with us.
Right.
You missed out.
It was a time, bro.
Was it?
Hell
It was
yeah.
a good time.
It's a good deal.
It was a great family time.
Oh,
Yeah,
There was
yeah.
people asking about you.
I bet there was.
Dang, nobody asked about me. I only run the podcast. Like, damn. It's my podcast.
This is different life, Captain.
Yeah, yeah.
Different life. That's all it is. Different life.
yeah, no.
Different life. Different time period.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a conversation with Randall. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But
Light is in, baby.
What?
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 I have no clue.
Okay. All right. As long as you don't know, okay.
I was about to say, where the hell that come from?
On today's topic,
On today's topic,
Catch the boy, Raymond.
Spoilers. Oh, good job.
spoilers. Spoiler alert.
spoiler warning.
So we're spoiling off the riff. All right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
But we're talking about Ant-Man. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. Is that the whole title is?
Yeah.
So that's what we're talking about. We all went to go see the movie.
First one in phase
Five.
5, right?
Oh, wait. Wakanda Forever wasn't phase
No,
5?
That was
in
it.
phase
That was
in
in
phase
phase 4,
Yeah,
so
okay.
phase 5.
Yeah, first
Start
beginning
of
of phase
phase
5.
Yep.
So y'all want to give scores first? Or y'all want to?
Bro, let's just dig into it.
I mean, I'm cool with whatever. We can do scores.
Okay. So I just want to get this off my chest, off rip.
Negativity.
I know, right? I can feel it.
That was so
I knew it was
negative.
coming.
Just wait till I know.
MODOK.
I knew it was coming.
MODOK. Like, and I'm not going to act like I'm a big fan of MODOK or know all about MODOK, but what I remember from like 1990s cartoons versus what I got in this movie was completely different.
Yeah. He went a different
Like, he
route.
was almost annoying.
I kind of liked it. I thought it was kind of funny.
But MODOK in the comics was kind of a joke character sometimes, right?
Not really. I
Well,
mean, he's played a main villain several times.
I know he's been a main villain before, but I feel like they picked fun at MODOK at certain times. Like,
I actually didn't have the movie.
I feel like there was one time in the comics where he fought Fantastic Four, and it was kind of like a mockery. But I could be wrong about that.
I may be late, but I've always thought he was just a floating TV.
A TV?
Yep.
Like one of the old school Panasonics?
He thought it was a tube television.
I always thought that.
The Jetsons.
So
So
you
that
never-
threw me off from the beginning. I was like, oh, all right.
I
always
did
thought
not
he
like
was-
MODOK when I first saw it, but thinking on it, how do you do that in live action and make it like serious and real? Maybe keep the face mask on him. Maybe I don't know, but even then, like, there's also that cartoon that came out recently, Patton Oswalt, which is a comedy. So
Yeah.
maybe I guess that was kind of like, I think that was Disney saying we don't know how to do this and make it like good, real. So let's just make it a joke.
That's a good point.
That's the only
Yeah.
thing I can come up with to make it okay.
No, that makes sense, though.
I thought-
Like, I ain't think about it that
No,
way.
I mean, him in the battle armor get up was legit. Like,
Yes.
I really enjoyed that.
It was the CGI face. That was my
It was
biggest,
so creepy,
biggest
man.
part.
But they
God,
poked
it was
fun
so
at it.
creepy.
Like,
I liked
they
it, yeah.
made fun at it in the movie
Like,
of how it
but-
was like, my face? That's a big face. Yeah, I mean, they knew what
But
they were
here-
doing.
Here's the
Baby
thing. Like, you
legs.
know what I thought about the first time I saw him? Like, after he took the mask off? You remember Spy Kids?
That's what I thought about too.
George Lopez's character? In Spy Kids? That's the first thing I thought about.
And I tell you what, I could have done without seeing my man's cheeks. Like, y'all didn't have to show all that.
When they lifted him up out of the...
Yeah.
But once again, like Scott was saying, it's like
I
kind
thought
of
that was
picking
funny,
fun
man.
about.
I'm like,
pulled him out the
y'all,
Matrix
y'all,
goo.
y'all got my man looking like Dash, butt naked from behind. Like, yo,
First of all-
why y'all got
first of
this
all,
shit showing, bro?
hold up.
Yo,
That's
these itty bitty ass
hold the
legs
fuck up, hold
with
up.
no cheeks.
Hold up.
Yo,
that shit,
pause.
That shit look good.
What?
That shit look. All this fineness, hold that. Look, shit. Well, if we want to get canceled for doing that, shit, I'll let you know.
Oh my
No,
god.
That's good.
You know what I thought
Thank
of?
you, thank
they're not
you
gonna
that
get
we
this
could
because they didn't watch King of the Hill.
that they could get
Remember when
canceled.
episode of King of the Hill? With Bill?
Yeah, but they could have done. I could have done without that. I mean, his legs just dangling there, cheeks everywhere. And I'm like,
At least it was quick.
was
It wasn't
added
like
comedy.
It was there for,
Exactly.
for a long time.
I'm
It was
like,
just
yo,
quick,
you
though.
got kids watching this.
One of my complaints I had about the movie was I felt like they were trying to throw like funny parts in there just because you had to throw it in there. It just didn't really react right. Like when Murdoch, when his stuff happened, he was funny. I actually laughed at it. Everything else was kind of like, I see you trying to throw a joke there, but you try too hard to throw a joke.
I don't know. That one time with the little goo alien asking him about how you have 7 holes. and that mother paused and counted like, well, you're right, 7 holes.
Also, that's
had
what
to
the
check.
Ant-Man movies are. They throw jokes at the wall. They're comedies.
Yeah.
They throw a lot of jokes. Some hit, some don't.
I tried to explain this because this man has not seen the other two movies.
Yeah. If you're listening, this man ain't seen the first 2 Ant-Man. Ow! My eye!
Pause.
You
I forgot about that. You haven't seen the first two, have you?
No, I
Nope.
So all
Jesus
of the Paul Rudd comedy was just kind of lost on him because he doesn't understand the character. He only seen the character as the Avengers movies, and he's not as comedic in those movies.
But he's still more comedic. I mean, not
Oh, yeah,
more
I
comedic,
mean-
but he's still like the comic relief of the Avengers,
Other than Star Lord.
and I knew that,
other than Star Lord.
and I knew about that. I just felt like they were just trying, like, okay, it's been too serious or such time. We need to throw a funny moment in there. Bah! Like I just felt like they tried too hard. It just wasn't a really smooth
Transition? Really?
And maybe because it was the crowd that we were in the movie theater with. Because I saw the joke points, but nobody really laughed at the very beginning.
I
Towards
chuckled.
the end,
I did too.
I mean, yeah, but a majority of the movie theater didn't do anything.
It was kind of quiet in there. I'm not gonna lie.
I
I
feel
chuckled
like-
and I'd be like one of 4 people.
I was about to say, after I went to go see Spider-Man, and then like both when Toby showed up and when Andrew Garfield showed up, and nobody said anything, I was done with them.
You can't trust
I was
people.
done with the theater. Like,
But you can't trust
I mean,
My
to-
theater
to
erupted
Dash's
during
point-
both of those points.
I didn't laugh a whole lot during the movie. I saw the points and it was just like, okay.
I know.
But I didn't sit there and just like Thor: Love and Thunder, where I was thinking that like the goats was just hilarious.
Oh, the ghosts were hilarious. I
But
give you that.
I don't
I
know.
was gonna say, wait, the camera, how you say
holes,
that?
They were
other than the
hilarious.
center holes. I didn't think I couldn't. I don't know. I can't think of anything. that
Nah,
was just
you
like,
had to have laughed when MODOK was like, appreciate me as a bona fide Avenger.
Okay, yeah,
And then,
He said, at least I get to die in Avenger. He's like,
So we were always brothers.
okay, yeah, you're right.
We were.
Okay,
and
sure.
then did the hand thing. He said,
So I
That
forgot-
lasted
sure.
long enough
So
to be
that
funny,
part-
not be funny, be funny.
and
it
the
was
center
natural.
hole.
Yeah, it was
that
natural.
was hilarious.
Yeah.
So those 2 parts are the only part I can think of that I was just like, oh, that was funny. Like that.
So let me ask y'all a question real fast. Were any of y'all getting Rick Sanchez vibes from Hank Pym? Because that dude was giving me Sanchez vibes all day long.
kind of.
I can see that.
He had
Like
the special ants that he was
Yeah, I was
building, and
about
they
to say,
were their
especially-
own science.
Especially when the ants came and saved everybody.
Right.
Like,
Or-
even that was like,
When they went into the quantum realm and he was like, it's a small world inside our own world. This changes everything. And Rick did that. There was a whole episode about that. I'm trying to tell you, I had the vibes, man.
Hold up. Let's not ignore the fact that Bill Murray was in this bitch. Where the fuck did Bill Murray come out of the way?
so was I the only one that knew Bill Murray was in this?
I guess so.
You had to be, 'cause I
didn't.
He
He was in one of the trailers.
Yeah, I forgot.
Now that part I didn't know
Yeah, he
about.
over here.
snatching them off.
Yeah, he was over here clapping Janet.
Hey, she had needs.
She said I had
30 years she
needs.
had
I was like,
Hank just sitting there like, damn.
He said, how weird.
Hank had needs too.
Yo, did you see Hank's face? He was like,
Hank was upset.
yo.
Hank was upset.
Hank gonna be like, yeah, I went on a couple of dates.
But they tried to smooth it over.
They weren't you.
That was smooth. I said,
they
damn, that
said
was
they
smooth
weren't
as
you,
hell.
babe. I had my sister-in-law and my wife next to me. Both of them were like, oh. I said, boo.
He just trying to make her feel some type of way.
I thought that was
So
smooth.
he
as
knew what he
hell.
was
doing when
I
they
said,
got home.
damn, that's smooth.
He knew what
Okay.
they was doing when they got home. He knew. He hit that line. It's over.
Yeah, my man Bill was like, yeah, we had some very special times. And then that face on Hank, he was, really? Do tell. Like, you know,
I was so sad when he was a bad guy. I was like, no, Bill.
Yo, I'm not going to lie. As soon as I saw his character with the dress coat draped over his suit coat, I got mad Lando vibes off of him, and he ended up being a Lando. This dude turned us over to the rebellion, or to the Republic.
But my question is, how rude are you to, I'm drinking my drink in the bar, and a fucking spaceship just comes out of nowhere and just fucking pull wind in my face.
He's a lord. He does what he wants.
But damn, like, can you not go farther so my beer's not fucking flying in my face and shit's moving around? Like, fucking.
but you see, it was like a secret place. Like, it was, them were like, oh, I guess, high-end aliens.
There
It was like a, it was almost like a
It
speakeasy.
was almost like a
Yeah.
social club.
There was a dock to the left, a couple of feet of he could have parked that.
It was a very bad speakeasy, but it was a speakeasy.
Everybody knew where that spot was.
I mean, it was,
I was
a wide
about to
open
say,
area.
Kang's people rolled up way too quick.
Yo, they was with the quickness. And plus, man, she had Kang for a long time. She didn't want to let
They
Kang
smashed.
go ahead.
They smashed.
They had to.
They had to have smashed.
At least once.
Of course.
I mean, have you seen
That's
Jonathan
probably
Majors?
that's probably why she was disgusted. when she found out like what he really was like, damn, I let him hit too.
That man, his body.
I'm over here getting
I'm
clapped up.
excited for Creed 3.
I'm over
That's all
getting
I
clapped
say.
up by a maniac. Like, what is going on?
Yo, what's his real name? Jonathan Major.
Yeah, Jonathan
Yo,
Major.
that man is cut.
Dude.
Yeah.
Cause did y'all see the?
It's that Creed movie he getting ready for.
Well, yeah, but there was a.
He's been like that though.
You know who he's more cut than? Michael J. White. Where that
better
list
actor.
at? Patrick's been asking me where your list at. So we need to put this on podcast real fast.
And a better actor. He's got to be number 29.
I bet.
Wherever Michael J.
Make
White
him
is,
wait,
he's
Campbell.
at least one above him on your list. It doesn't matter where you put him. He's at least one up above him.
Go ahead and place him 29. We know where Michael J. White is. 30.
Oh no, he put
Play the
Michael J.
tape.
White up. You said 7, didn't you? No, you said 2 a minute ago.
Oh, that's right.
Wait a minute, that's off record, right?
Oh, okay.
Oh, we gonna keep it on record.
Oh, we're not on record.
So
Oh,
on
okay.
record,
No,
he's
I
still
already
30.
placed Michael J. White.
Michael J. White is 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just said 30.
Yeah,
So
Oh,
Jonathan
this.
Majors is 29.
Yeah, gotta be.
At least.
Minimum.
At least 29.
Yeah. You put him 31, that's a problem.
Michael J. White still looks great. My man's like pushing 50 something.
Just saying.
Is that old?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Not
he's pretty
saying
old.
old is bad, but just,
No, he's like
No,
in his
he's-
50s.
Oh,
I want
wow.
to say he's
Really?
late 50s actually.
Really?
Spawn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Long time ago.
Damn. Yo,
Spawn was like 96.
That was 90.
Black don't crap, baby. Whole of the black don't crap, baby.
I do this to
Unless you put lotion on. Don't put lotion.
Don't put lotion on.
Whoops.
See?
Whoopsie.
But even
list is
in
coming.
Even in that last fight, I was sitting there like Ant-Man thought he was gonna beat the person that's fighting Creed. He's silly. That's the first thing I thought. Silly. Silly goose.
Yo, Kang had hands for my man. Kang had some serious I didn't think he was gonna beat him like that.
I heard the martial
he put
arts.
a
Did you
whooping
hear the
on
martial arts in there? When he said, I was like, oh.
Yo, man.
It was beating him easy.
Yo,
That man was putting him down and monologuing in between. Every time he would stand back up, that dude would stand over him and monologue some more. You've already lost.
And you know how
and he was so smooth with it.
yeah. And you know how annoying it is. You know how annoying it is till you can't beat the person monologuing. Like that's like the one thing we all say to villains. Like hit him while they're monologuing. You can't hit him while he's
like,
monologuing
nah.
because
He's like-
he'll knock you back down and continue monologuing.
And the thing is, and then Ant-Man says, I don't have to win. We just both have to lose. He still was about to beat him and make it out had it not been for the Wasp.
Wasp coming in.
When he stomped his face, I thought he had some Tim's on. That nigga had
right.
a Tim stomp.
Bro, that was New York stomping the shit
I
out
was
of
about to say that was big Black Air Force
That's that
energy.
Def Jam stomp right there.
Right
boy.
there.
That's a Fat Joe stomp.
I was like, oh, nigga, yo, and he, oh, okay, you badass, take your mask off like that. Nigga got fucked up.
His hits were like hurting me. He was like, "Pff, you're never going home. Damn.
But if you remember the first Ant-Man, Dash, you don't. But the first Ant-Man, the beginning, gets punched in the face, like the jail, prison scene, whatever. Like that kind of built up to that of he's
That is
used to
true.
taking
He never-
hits.
Yeah.
He's the new Captain America.
But he got stomped.
I'll do this
Oh, he
all
got
day.
stomped. Oh, yeah, he got
A
stomped.
punch in the face and a stomp with some Timbs is two different things,
But-
bro.
No, that man
Okay.
had futuristic boots on. So he had like
Gravity.
Tim's 3022 on. You
Let's
know,
not forget he had the ability to just force push them around.
And why didn't
he
I don't
was fighting just to fight? He was enjoying it. He was whooping that man's ass just because he knew he
no,
could.
he didn't have no armor no more.
Yeah,
His
the
shit-
ants took
trash
care of
his
that.
stuff.
His whole technology, everything. That was just straight like, all right, I'm in survival mode at this point.
Yep.
But
Time to
still
throw
going,
hands.
Still going back to the fact that my man was whooping his ass.
Creed better watch out.
It was a
Creed
tragedy.
better watch out.
Creed better watch out.
I thought the daughter was annoying.
Cassie
Yeah.
I didn't love her.
There
I
was,
didn't think she was annoying. I thought she was.
there was some things.
Actually, it wasn't Cassie that annoyed me. It was so I'm not a father. I have no children. But at the beginning, when they're like, she's in prison, and Scott's trying to be like, hey, don't do this or do it this way so you don't go to prison. Everyone's like, oh, no, let her do what she wants to do. Like, don't tell her what to do. It's like, she's a teenager. You need to tell her what to do. That's your job as a father.
I was thinking, I was like, she was a little bratty.
Nah, she definitely was a little
She
bratty.
was a little bratty.
She's one of those.
She's a Padawan.
Save the universe, save the world, whatever.
She was a Padawan, yeah.
It's like, oh, you left me for 5 years. He was stuck in the quantum realm because of Thanos.
Thank you.
Like he wasn't like he sat at the table. It wasn't like
He
he
didn't
wasn't
go over
saving the
cigarettes and
world.
not come back.
My man literally was down here fighting for his life.
Exactly.
Which-
I'm gonna tell you.
To add to that, it does seem like they were very disrespectful to the fact of what role he played in actually saving the universe. They was very disrespectful.
For him,
Like, what's wrong?
Endgame wouldn't happen.
Like, what's wrong with my man wanting to just chill and sign some books?
Hey, he did love that book. You know they're actually publishing that book?
I was about to say
That's what
that.
I heard. Yeah,
I
that's
was
what I
about to say that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't tell you that.
Like I didn't know that, but that honestly doesn't surprise me. Knowing how Disney is, that doesn't surprise me.
And I'm hoping Paul
They're
Rudd
gonna
does
publish
the
it.
audiobook version.
This is.
Did you not hear it in the car? He's already got it.
It's a great promotion tool. Like, what's the best way to sell your book? By putting a movie that a million people are going to see.
That and
I'm
Baskin
gonna buy
Robbins.
Does this count? How do they do a fourth dimensional break with a book? How's that? Are they doing that currently? Is that
Only-
what this is?
Only Disney can do that.
No, How Much Your Mother did that. They put out the bro code.
The bro code, yeah. I forgot about that.
Oh, okay. All right.
Another fun thing, this was the 31st MCU movie. Baskin Robbins, 31 Flavors.
Oh, they did that on purpose. That's why they
there
switched
was so
Guardians.
much in there this time.
Is that why they switched Guardians? Because Guardians was supposed to come out first.
Yo, that's two conspiracy theories.
He pulled a Simpson. God.
That's like some like Tupac's not dead shit.
41st overall MCU thing. That's a lot.
That's
That's
crazy.
a lot of movies.
Let me tell you why I was done with Cassie. When the whole time Scott's been turning himself into a little ant and a giant ant saving her ass, and she had a suit the whole time. The whole time? You could have just been out here Ant-Manning
You
it
know
up with
what?
me.
She
I
could've,
didn't even think
but-
about that.
But the thing is
But
that she didn't really know how to use it.
Point
though.
deduction.
Point deduction,
But she didn't really know how to
unfortunately.
use it though. Hence her jumping
But-
into the mask.
Here's
and
the
then
thing, though.
jumping into him as an ant and then falling to the ground.
But here's the thing, though, with knowing that she had a suit, you're in an unusual area that nobody knows about except for you and your grandma.
Drink the ooze.
I mean,
Drink
your
the
dad and your grandma. I was like, I need to be prepared for any type of fighting I might have
Well,
to do
I
down
thought
here.
it was interesting that the Wasp was Hope was the only one that switched to her suit to go into it in the first place. So
she was smart.
Why didn't Ant-Man switch into his?
Yo, Hope. Can I just say Hope? I love Hope.
She's been clutch. Like
she has.
She was
Ever
like,
since she's been
She's seen her
introduced, she's
parents
been
go in.
clutch.
She was like, time to go.
she
Like-
looked at her.
No hesitation.
No hesitate.
But that haircut.
Yeah, you're really right. She fuck it.
Yeah, no, she has. I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't really hesitating. It was more like she was like, like, hey, I'm going.
Yeah, like, no hesitation, niggas.
But that haircut.
Swan dive
What's
into
it
that.
up with that haircut?
Oh yeah, the haircut
Did
did
not
throw
like
me
her
off.
hair in this movie. I didn't like it.
It did
Or
throw
the
me
first
off
movie.
Wait,
because I didn't know who it was.
I felt like it could have been
I'm
cut better.
I see the other one.
I'm just saying, like, in this movie, I
I
didn't
mean,
like
at
her
this
hair.
point, at this point, just go with a high fade. At this point, it's more aerodynamic. You got the helmet on.
It's
You
comic
just-
accurate.
you're
I'll
doing
give
too
him
much.
that. I'm just not a fan. Just not
I
a
mean,
fan.
I get that.
But no, she's great. She saved Scott at the end, so
I'm
she's
just
pretty great.
No, wait, no, you said Hope. I'm thinking of Janet. Because she didn't fucking tell them what was going on down there.
Oh
Janet
yeah,
ain't shit either.
Yo, real shit.
Ran
Yeah,
through it and
Janet
said
ain't.
shit.
I heard the
I was
theory.
about to say,
Yo, you absolutely right.
Once-
Janet ain't shit.
once they showed up and that ship was looking for them, like you should have spilt the beans like
Yeah.
all the way.
Yeah.
You should have
I
let
need
them
to know
know
everything
everything
No,
that
no,
they're
not
going.
right now. No, bitch, right now.
Apparently, we gotta walk. So let's talk while we're walking. Like,
You got plenty of time.
Like, yes, we gotta walk and play.
Like, yo, this is important. There's people looking for us. We didn't know people was down here.
Not right now. Not
At
right
all.
now. Let's just focus
Not
on
not
the
only
safe.
didn't know anything was down here. Didn't
Right,
know
didn't
there
know
was
life was down
life down here.
Yeah.
Hank was like,
You
I've
got
been
cells.
down here, and it
There's
don't look
te-
like this.
I was about to say, and there's technology down here.
I
That's,
saw
that's
bacteria.
beyond just people being back here. There's technology down here.
Nigga, that white blood cell came out of nowhere, nigga. I said, the fuck? Oh, we got bacteria in this bitch.
I mean, you got cats flying on mitochondria and shit.
You just have to-
Osmosis Joe.
I was thinking that same shit. I said, oh, we got cells. God damn. When that thing got attacked, I thought it was a virus. I'm not gonna lie.
Which, how did that cell get down there? Because the quantum level's smaller than the cellular level.
Oh,
So you got, I mean, there's.
I thought that too, but all I know is when that fucking mitochondria came out that fucking ground, I said, oh shit. We take the whole goddamn game.
Yo, they over here riding this thing like it's fucking like it's a play ride.
And it just splits in two. I was like, oh.
Oh, right.
Huh?
When it just splits in two, right?
Oh, dude, I was like,
yeah.
okay.
Yo, how about all their transportation down there was alive? Like everything moved. Houses moved, cars were alive.
Yo, I want one of them houses.
The house was hard.
God,
I ain't gonna hold.
The house looked like a penis.
He said
It looked
yes.
like a penis. I'm sorry. But every time I saw it, I was like, I can't do it. I'm not
I
into
thought
it.
said, wait, your
Bikini
house
Bottom.
moves?
So hold on.
I thought about Bikini Bottom when I saw it.
I thought about the little cactus people. What game is that
From
from?
Final Fantasy.
There we go.
What you call them things?
Cactars.
Cactars. There
yeah.
you go. That's what I
Because
thought.
I couldn't
Final Fantasy
stand them
right here, guys.
motherfuckers.
My man.
I can't stand them motherfuckers. Them motherfuckers is hard.
I love the house. When the house got destroyed, I was kind of sad when they got hurt.
Especially when it was holding
I
on.
was saying, you noticed? Yeah, holding them.
That shit was so sad. I was like, oh no. That nigga said J5. Good job, buddy. Go
Yo, but yo, them houses was ready for the smoke though.
Oh, all day.
Oh, they was ready to fight. Every time someone was like,
They
all right, let's go.
Let me tell you who got it bad. The laser nigga.
Oh, with the glass bulb head?
nigga.
Yo, I liked him.
I liked him too.
I like
Okay.
it too.
That shit hurt my soul.
I was saying earlier,
said
I did
laser.
not care about any of the resistance fighters. I was like, okay, well,
You didn't care about the laser guy?
no.
Oh, he was
Where
cool,
was
though.
Luis? Where's Ti? Bring me back the ex-con group. Where were they at?
Yo,
You don't know what I'm talking about. Sorry,
I don't know.
Dash.
I thought it was a Bob's Burger moment.
I
I
was
said
looking at the wrong person
Luis.
there. I was looking at the wrong person there. Sorry, guys.
I said
Where's
Luis
the
a Bob
ex-cons?
Burger. Okay, see.
I forgot they was in that movie.
Where were they though?
No,
That's true though.
Where was the Cassie's mom?
They weren't even there for the birthday.
Hey,
Dash, he said we couldn't-
just so
he said we couldn't afford them.
Dash information.
Keep them
So
out.
there was friends of Scott Lang's, and T.I. was one of them, and so was some
I
other.
knew that was a bad
folks.
movie.
Actually, the guy that played the voice
was
of
actually
the
really
little.
T.I. did good.
Oh, dude, it was
yeah,
good.
Actually, yeah.
T.I.
T.I.
killed
did
it.
actually did pretty good.
Really?
Yeah.
Hispanic dude's
Holy
name.
shit, Patrick.
I don't remember. It's David something. He played
Wow.
Polka Dot Man.
Yo,
But he's the voice of the little pink
Hilarious.
blob. He's the voice of the little pink blob in this movie.
really?
Yeah.
The one that I finally got holes.
Oh, I didn't watch it.
He was the guy that he was in the first and second Ant-Man. The David something, not Ti and not Luis, the other guy.
Oh, okay.
He's the
I know
voice
what
of
you're
the
talking
little, yeah. But I miss Luis. I feel like that's a staple of the Ant-Man movies. That wasn't.
about. Yeah, he should have been. Yeah,
Even if you just did a recap at the very beginning of the movie and then we just go on with it.
But
I think it would be
Laserhead,
great.
he comes in gangster. You think he's a badass?
He wants to
and
torture
he's really-
everybody.
I mean, but he
Oh
was.
yeah, he did want to torture.
But it was
I forgot
about that. But you knew it was out of the kindness of his heart. Like, I felt like a soft spot.
Hold up.
It felt like he
In
was just
what
trying to
world?
he was just trying to protect them. That's
This
what
man
he
has
said.
literally a weapon for a head.
Yo,
But-
when
but
my
Told
man-
you not feel any remorse for him.
But him torturing them didn't make sense when you have somebody that
Tell
can read their
said,
head.
nah, they're good.
They can
Let's
read
torture
their
him.
you see the
That
laser
really
was
didn't
like
make sense.
the
That
laser
was
was
cool.
like
That was
the
cool.
Omega
Yeah.
beam.
Went through like 10 people.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, nah, that you talking about that one group he took out? Yeah.
I mean, think
That
about
wasn't
it.
hard.
When he got shot, nigga, he got shot with his own beam.
I mean, he
And
should have
shit was
held
direct,
that.
nigga. Like that was shit was just like.
That was
bad.
almost like Vision
shoulda
Eye the second time.
He should have held that in the clip. He shot that at Kang, and Kang was like, fucking water bending that shit. Just, bro, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, damn.
But the fact that he was gangster enough to be like, look, I ain't scared. Fuck this nigga.
Yeah.
And see what happened. He died.
What's that? That mean? Fuck around.
Find out.
That's what he did.
the more you fuck around,
Kang was like,
the more you find out.
Kang's like, oh, that's cute.
I gave
Freaking Aang over
You got
here.
my respect, helmet guy. Beam guy.
Yeah, nah, I like that dude too.
Thank you.
I was like, no, I like.
I liked him.
though.
I didn't think against him.
I hated the fact that he died like that.
I felt like you didn't like him.
Not that I don't like him. I just
Don't care about him.
care about any of these other people.
That means don't like.
I didn't like how they kept making the primary resistance fighter, the lady in the warrior get up.
Where's she from? She's in a different movie.
I don't know, but she's big as
From the
shit,
Conqueror.
bro.
I couldn't think of what movie she
I was
was.
like, she do
I don't know where
CrossFit.
she-
Oh,
That's the first thing I thought. I was like, she has to do CrossFit.
yo, she's up there with old girl from Last of Us 2.
Oh, you talking about Abby?
Abby, yeah.
Abby was fucking muscling.
I thought you was gonna say the chick from Game of Thrones, the real tall chick.
Oh, you talking about Brianna Tarth?
yeah, that's what I thought you was gonna
Gwendolyn
say.
Christie.
That whole movie, I was like, God, what other movie do you play in that I've seen you in? It just kept bothering me. 'Cause
I don't know what weapon she had, but she was.
Yo, that
just-
thing is OP.
Yo, she was disintegrating people.
I loved how
Damn, bro.
Kang's little
So
soldiers-
violent. It's so violent.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you what was violent. When Kang got mad and came out and just started vaporizing people.
Oh, so good.
Yo, I was afraid for everybody.
I was like, "There's no way Ant-Man dies in this movie."
Yeah.
I was for sure. Once I saw Kang, I was like, "He's gonna die in this."
I thought Ant-Man or Wasp was going to die.
Yeah.
Or even Hank or Janet. Somebody I thought was going to die.
Somebody's gonna die because the Kang is about to kill them all.
It definitely had a Star Wars moment because when the ships came down, shooting down on the ground, everybody should have died. There's no way.
And see, that's one of the biggest things that I have against the movie is because I feel like somebody should have died.
Yeah, a lot of people should have died.
To be honest, I thought Ant-Man was gonna die. Like I legit thought this was gonna be his last.
Janet could have died.
At the very least.
Yeah, Janet
She
could have.
definitely could have.
Janet could have got that smoke.
Once they figured out everything, she could have been the first one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kang
yeah.
should have took her out as soon as he got her.
I thought she was going to die when she looked at the gun because I thought she was going to try to get the beam thing and shoot them, and Kane was like, "Okay, bitch, I'm done with you."
Because I mean, if Black Panther's mom's gonna die,
At the very least.
Janet needs to die. Like,
Right,
yo,
at least
you
she
waited
has a
20
reason.
minutes to the end of the movie.
She slept with everybody. God,
Yo, you over here getting clapped up by Bill Murray, and we know Kang had to hit that.
Oh,
But-
yeah.
Definitely.
And then you betray him,
In
and
a
then you don't
secluded
tell nobody
cave?
when you get back.
Now,
Don't tell nobody.
He said,
None.
"Did she tell you about? She tell you about?"
I heard
me?
a theory.
He said no. He said,
I heard a theory.
"He
I don't.
arrested her."
I heard a theory. So Ant-Man and the Wasp, the second one, happened before Loki. At the end of Loki is when he kills Jonathan Majors, the one who remains, and that's when all the timelines split. So there is a possibility that at the end of Ant-Man and Wasp, none of that had happened to Janet.
Right.
And then, but it's all weird. I don't exactly 100% get the theory, but there's a chance that that's because I mean, at the end of this Ant-Man and Wasp, she sends Scott to the quantum realm to get the particles to heal Ghost. Why would she do that if she's so scared of the quantum realm? So there's got to be a reason that.
That's a good point.
There's got to be. Why she wouldn't do that?
She didn't have to do my boy Kane like that after he clapped her. That nigga was hurt.
Did you see what he did?
I did.
Okay, I'm
But
glad you
it's
bring that up
to-
because I have a question. I was a little confused. So the Kang the Conqueror that was in this one, was he trying to still fix the timeline? Is that what he was doing?
I
Trying to
got
make
you, brother.
one singular timeline?
I got you. So this Kang, I guess you would call Prime Kang, is this one. He is trying to stop the other Kangs because the universe is dying. The multiverse is dying, basically. Because when in Loki, when he above all died, everything started going out of whack. And so all these incursions are happening because when you seen at the first end credit, that's the Council of Kangs. So he's trying to stop them because every time you go back in time travel, you create a variant and another timeline, which includes creating an incursion, which is destroying one universe or both at the same time. And
Which
so
we saw in Doctor Strange. where
Exactly.
He was fighting with the note. Okay.
Exactly. So this Kang, what we're calling Prime Kang, is trying
King
to
the Conqueror.
Kang the Conqueror is trying to stop these other Kangs because he's trying to save the universe, but he's killing other universes at the same time to save
He needs to cut off a few fingers to save the hand.
no, he's trying to kill everybody of himself. Like he's trying to kill all his variants.
Oh yeah, I mean his variants, but he's not trying to kill all timelines.
If that comes to it, then yes.
I was about to say,
So
technically he was because he was destroying galaxies.
Right.
Yeah, but
Universes.
I figured
Yeah.
that he was destroying the universes that were breaking off from that.
Exactly,
Original
because he
timeline.
seemed
Because of
very
those
convincing
Kangs.
Yeah.
when he told Janet, "Not yours." She was like, "And what about when you take me home?" He was like, "Not yours."
Yeah, he's lying.
I think about it too. But my same that's my problem too. Like, okay, you got to fight your other self. I can let you do that too, but you don't have to kill hundreds of thousands of people to do that.
Don't.
But see,
care.
here's the thing.
But
So-
but care. Like if you
But here's the thing, though.
told me that I'm just trying to stop myself, and I'm not trying to help anybody. All of us, I can't help everybody, and somebody might be caught in the crossfire. But essentially, I'm just trying to stop my guy. I felt she'd be more understanding than just. Yeah,
But
bitch, I did that.
here's the thing. But the one who remains, he did the same thing. He just did it on a smaller scale.
So that's what
Because he was killing hundreds of thousands of people too. Like when Camden was saying he was creating a variant, which was creating a different timeline, he would take that person out of the timeline altogether and kill them.
That's why he created the TVA.
The TVA was killing like a bunch of people.
But I feel like you still could have killed less people than what you were.
Well, he was killing less people, but what I'm saying is that he was still killing people.
And I felt like,
And the only difference between what Kang the Conqueror was doing and the one who remains is doing is that he was being more precise with it. He had more precision.
He had a perfect timeline.
Is that Crossfire that they're buying, or just because I'm just gonna
No,
get
it's
over?
because Earth 616 keeps messing with the damn timeline, and now since all the Kangs are released, they are seeing this because the Council of Kangs is ones that are controlling the universes. They're the controllers of the multiverse. They are seeing that 616 has done this like multiple times, have been messing with the multiverse. So now that's why you've seen at the end all of them rallying because they're about to come to 616, which is the main Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the multiverse war comes in. So the Kang Dynasty movie coming out, that's what it's about. And so those three heads that you've seen, those are actual, they didn't say their names, but they're from the comics.
Yeah.
So the main dude that you've seen talking at the beginning, his name is Immortus. He's the one that's over the Kangs.
The other one's like Amontep or something.
Amontet,
Something like
which
that.
is a reference to Moon Knight. I don't know if you know that, but one of Kang's first personalities or personas was Amontet because I don't know if you know this, but his real name is Nathaniel Richards, which is a descendant to Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic.
Which, if you notice in that first credit scene, they all came in the same way that Reed Richards did in Doctor Strange with that
Portal.
triangle, the portal
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. It was the
So
I did notice that, but now that you point out, yeah, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, so Nathaniel Richards came back. He created, because Kang is like way from the future, like 4,000 or 5,000 years. That's why.
when he built his empire.
Yeah,
Right.
well, that his technology, when she said is something we've never seen before, it's because he's so far from the future, and he built the time thing, came back, crash landed, became Amontet, and then that was his first persona. So and then he's also there's the third one. It's supposed to be the Crimson Centurion, but he's not really,
Crimson,
He's
so I
not
don't know
really
if he is supposed to
Crimson
be
at
the
all.
Crimson
He's
Centurion.
almost like Topaz Centurion, whatever. But so there is, God, this shit is so confusing. There's a lot of shit that's about to be tied in, and there's a lot of shit that's about to go down in the background because we seen at the end where he got shoved into that.
That ball, yeah. I was wondering, did that kill him, or did that just
no?
okay?
There's no way.
I was about to
Because
say because
I didn't think
even
so.
when they said
we don't know.
It's the same thing.
Kang's dead, that Kang is dead, I was like, are y'all sure?
It's the same thing that happened to Darren Cross when he became MODOK. He got shoved into the quantum realm.
Yeah.
And so when Ant-Man, Scott Lang, went down into his generator, remember, as he got closer to it, he started
Multiplying.
Yeah.
multiplying, is the what they call it?
The different
Probability.
Probability.
Yeah.
So in essence, he hit Kang with all those pin particles, which shoved him into that, which in hindsight, I don't know, I have a theory that like the Council of Kangs is like all his personas.
Also, you think him going back into that thing created like the beginning of his loop, which created the Kang dynasty, so to speak.
Maybe, but
The different probabilities became the different Kangs.
possibly.
So-
But at the same time, it's when he got shot into that, who knows if he's even in the quantum realm no more. He could be actually shot out at another universe.
Well, see, okay, so I have a theory. So in Loki and in this movie, both versions of Kang talk about how time isn't what we think it is, that everything changes, and there's no rhyme or reason to it. It can just be. So in Loki, they referred to him as He Who Remains. In this movie, he's Kang the Conqueror. Kang the Conqueror goes into the energy source or whatever and supposedly dies. Now, there's multiple Kangs, the Council of Kangs. What if At
Shouts
the
out to
very
What If.
right.
What if?
What if, as we know, the very end credit scene
With Loki?
with Loki, Mobius, they see Kang. What if
Timely.
Time.
Victor Timely.
that is the Kang because the TVA is supposed to exist within the quantum realm. So if that's the case, it could just come full circle back around to the end of Loki 1, where they see He Who Remains, because this all is a big circle that was started by Loki.
It's a lot to take in.
That is a lot.
But see, this is why I know there's a lot of me and you was talking about this because we went and seen it today. There's a lot of hate going against Kang because he's supposed to be the next new bad. Like he's supposed to be the big bad. And people's like, oh, he got beat by Ant-Man. Look, listen.
No. It was timing. It was his perfect timing how everything worked out.
That was a 1 in a million shot.
He has destroyed multiple universes. He has killed multiple Avengers while he was outside of the quantum realm. He's limited in the quantum realm.
He said he killed Thor.
He's in the
Yeah,
time.
you killed Thor, that's it.
Dude, that's a lot.
Him and Scott, the same body.
So, because the quantum
Another great
realm,
joke.
because
Another
the
great
quantum realm is a space outside of time and space, right? So he uses like time magic and a lot of that stuff. So he is nowhere near full power. And now you've seen a council of these guys, like thousands.
And I was about to say, let's also be fair to Kang, considering about how he got beat, because they were about to lose. If it wasn't for all those
People?
super intelligent ants,
That's from thousands of years.
Honestly, the reason he lost is his greed. He could have gotten out of the quantum realm, but he wanted to take his whole army with him.
That too.
That's why they were waiting and gave Scott time to. do
I was
his
about to say
drop kick
that too. So I was about to say, to be fair to Kang, even though we all know he's going to be the next big bad, he lost to Ant-Man because of his own problem, his own issues. Because on top of all that, if he never would have called them into the quantum realm, because he was the reason they came down there anyways, the ants would have never came.
Yeah.
All of the Ant-Man, Wasp, all of them would never came. All the people that mattered to his loss would have never been down there.
So
But he couldn't get out without him, so he had to bring him down there.
I'm noticing on YouTube
Because
that
they had
He
to
could have
shrink.
figured it out.
Well, they
You
had to
used
shrink
particles.
the. They
He
had
had-
to shrink the.
Well, I know
organ.
that. I'm talking about he could have figured out how to create that Pym particle.
He
Because the
couldn't.
Pym particle was created by somebody else.
He couldn't.
Why he couldn't?
It's nobody knows but Hank.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
That's why in Endgame they had to go back to where they could
But I
get
thought-
more, because Tony couldn't. If anybody could have done it, Tony and Hulk could have.
And one, sorry, you don't know about this one, but
Darren Cross does make it.
but Darren
Yeah.
figured it out.
The Yellow
Darren made
Jacket.
it for the first Wasp,
Who was he the protege to?
but he should know.
Did he
then.
figure it out or did he steal it?
He figured
mean,
it out.
Well,
in
no,
the first,
I don't think he figured
in
it
the
out.
first one, they didn't show him stealing it. They showed him figuring it out.
And his shit was
I
like
think he stole
unstable
it.
anyways.
But he ended up figuring it
But
out.
I don't think you had the materials to create the Pym particles down there.
Did you see the whole city? It was the materials was there.
How do they know?
I'm just
We're
saying.
talking about Kang the Conqueror, who on this point is on the level of Wanda.
As
My
far
man
as
was literally controlling whatever he wanted to down there.
Yo, when
He
he
literally
flicked MODOK.
the orb was off, and I was like, "Oh, he done messed up. I wonder how he's gonna do that." Next thing I know, the orb is back on because he turned it back on. So my man in that suit was like I said, and I've also seen Kevin Feige mention that he is the only other. What's the word he used? But basically, him and Wanda are the only two people that can do what they do.
reality, been reality.
Yeah.
well, Kang can't really bend reality. He's only human. He has no powers. Zero.
Suit has the power.
Yeah, but and the only reason, because I didn't even think about the fact that Darren was down there too, but I know it had to happen this way for the movie's sake, but I feel like if he would have just took a piece of Darren's knowledge about the Pym particle, he could have figured out how to make the Pym particle, at least to the point where he could have shrunk his device now.
I don't think he could have. I really don't think, because Hank Pym is like literally one of the smartest people in the universe.
I feel you
Out
on
of
that.
multiple universes.
Who's the smartest person in the MCU?
Reed
Or the
Richards.
Marvel, exactly. Who is Kang? He's the
True.
Richards.
So that's what I'm saying.
Now, I'm sorry, but now I'm questioning because are we gonna get a black Reed Richards?
I mean, at some point, something had to happen. That's the way genetics work.
I mean,
They
he
got 5,000 years to do it.
I feel
See the way they reacted to Ariel?
that's what I was about to say.
So
I was about to say. I don't think Disney wants that problem twice.
So on YouTube, they've been putting the Shang-Chi movie involved in it. How's that?
Oh, because the design of the orb is 10 rings. So they're saying that the 10 ring technology is something that Kang had used previously. In
And
the
I
past.
was gonna bring that up because when I saw it,
I
I
didn't even
actually thought
think
about
about
That's a
that.
stretch.
when I first saw it. I thought about the Eternals. When I first saw the orb.
I'm trying to see because they've been advertising that when in the post credit of that, they were talking about the beacon and the rings,
There's a
and he's
signal
tied into
being
that.
set.
Yeah, but it's so far into the future, though. It's
Is
like
that,
it's
is that,
hard.
is Shang-Chi, is that a feature thing? Or-
Kang
But
knows
once again-
all
once
time.
again-
Anything that ever happened, Kang knows about it.
The Council of Kang was outside of time and space. They're in the quantum. Like I don't think the
No,
quantum.
they're
realm.
in limbo.
They're outside time and space though.
They're in this
So
place called limbo.
Time and space means nothing to them.
But once
No.
again, I read something Kevin Feige saying that this movie is supposed to connect like all the movies. Like this was supposed to be the movie that kind of connects everything going on in the MCU.
Oh, you talking about like the old X-Men movies and stuff too, or you just talking about in general the
Well,
MCU?
I saw MCU.
Oh, okay.
Probably Phase 4 because that's probably.
Hell, I don't
that
know
was
where in
Phase
the hell
4.
we seen that at.
Probably
hence us
something
talking
that
about
starts
the
5.
rings, the 10 rings.
Oh, well, yeah.
You're talking about now connecting Loki, the quantum realm, and you're connecting the multiverses because you were just talking about 616.
Damn, I didn't even think about the rings, though.
And then I didn't notice about how Reed Richards got in there compared to how the Kangs were showing up. So now you're talking about introducing the Illuminati, how he entered into it. So you're Doctor Strange, Loki, of course Ant-Man, and all the other.
I hear Iron Man's coming back.
Yeah,
Superior
seen
Iron
that.
Man.
Oh, is
Iron
that what
Man's
is that?
supposed to
So
come
is that
back.
still Tony's start? No.
Nah,
Now-
Tony's
Yo,
gone.
No, Tony Stark is. Oh, I wish.
I don't know if
They
it's
say he's
Tony,
coming back.
but they
I'm
mentioned
so
that
lost.
Robert Downey
Dude.
Jr. was going to play him.
Superior
No.
Iron Man?
Yeah.
If they do that,
Superior
I'm
Iron Man
very upset.
is-
By the way, the chick you was talking about with the OP staff, she was in The Mandalorian. That's probably where you remember her from.
That is where she was from.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gina Carino?
No, it's not
it's
Gina
not-
Carano.
it's not
No.
Gina.
Oh, her name
Okay.
is Katie O'Brien.
Okay, I have no idea.
What was her next movie after her next big role?
Her what?
What was her next series or movie she was in?
She's been in
Can,
Sweet Girl, The Rookie, Magnum PI, Mandalorian,
Can we-
Sidewinder, Agents of Shield, Westworld, Black Lightning.
oh, Westworld, okay. Yo, can we all agree, though?
Probably not.
Can we all agree?
She was also in The Walking Dead, by the way.
We're going to agree on this. Sylvie is the biggest fuck up in all of Marvel.
No.
No?
Would you want to sit in that place for your rest of your life, having to control it? Nah. Kill him too.
Is there a bigger fuck up though?
No.
I mean, you released Kang the Conqueror.
You literally have destroyed the multiverse single-handedly by killing one man. Because you're hurt.
I don't know, when Star-Lord started getting all personal with Thanos.
Oh, that is true. That is true.
That was a pretty big fuck up right
That
there.
was a big
The
fuck up.
goose was in the bag, man. They had it.
All of
They
this
had
is,
it.
is avoided had that not happened. Because now you're talking about Loki not having to go back in time and all the other stuff.
So this has been burning with me. So I know we haven't seen much of Kang. But who do y'all feel right now is like, oh shit, Thanos or Kang that they portrayed so far? Like, who
King, because there's multiple. There's a lot of him, and there's more darker versions of him.
who I don't want to say scares you the most, but who was like, whoa.
K, because they at least gave you a chance. He was like, I'm only killing half of y'all. King's like, fuck it, I'm killing everybody.
Oh no, we'll see by the end because Thanos actually got through with his plan.
Yeah,
But-
Thanos,
They ended up
Thanos
fixing
won.
it.
But
Right.
you still kept half the people alive.
You're right.
Kane says,
Well,
fuck
you know
it,
what?
I'm
I'm gonna say Kane because Kane, because Kang only lost to Ents, and at first I was very pissed about that. I said Ents, but then I thought Ents is a bitch. So
Ants with 1,000 years of
Nigga
knowledge.
said, I got you.
Yo,
Right?
multiple-
No, I don't.
Ants with 1,000 years of knowledge.
yeah, exactly. Like
Just as much knowledge as
But
him.
at first
Already
I was
building
pissed, though.
buildings before
But
that.
then I thought I'd say ants, but ants will fuck you up. So,
Ants had Stark tech.
so I
I'm
had
like,
to.
yo.
So I had to. I was
I was
like,
about-
okay. But Kang. But the fact that Kang still has supposedly killed multiple Avengers, multiple sets of Avengers.
What confidence? That nigga said,
So did Thanos.
I'll get plenty of y'all.
Thor supposedly being the strongest Avenger, he has killed. I think Kang.
I mean,
I think I'm more scared of Kang.
it took the whole council to banish him.
Yeah.
And they only
All of
banished him.
Kang's.
They didn't kill him.
you know why?
They only banished
Do you know
him.
why? I think this is why. Because killing him, another one would pop up in this timeline. So if they killed him, he'd just be reborn or whatever. They banished him to a place outside of time and space so that he's gone. Like that's the only way they could really get rid of him.
And I think he's about to come back and be wrecking shit.
Well, he said that. He said, I'm burning everything down. It's true the revenge. Yes, you're
I
right,
mean,
Jay.
me-
It is revenge, and I don't give a fuck what you think.
I know it's only the beginning, but Kane is so menacing, and he's so like
And the fact that he keeps popping up too.
he's
Like
everywhere.
Thanos, like once you kill Thanos, Thanos is gone.
Is it bad that I
But the
trust
fact
him a
that you
little bit
keep-
too? Because he was so smooth with it. He was kind of like, look,
This guy-
I'm going to give you 100 with you. I want to get out of here, but you want to get out of here too? I mean, I really need to get out of here, but you need to get out of here too because you want to see your shit too, and I got to do my shit. I was like,
He
you
was
know
like,
what?
I
You're
won't.
right.
I won't kill your universe.
But I was gonna
But
say,
think about it. I was like, well,
I don't know
goddamn.
if I probably would have took it though. You promise? Pinky promise?
Well, I was thinking about.
we see how well that went with Scott.
Well, Scott didn't give him the orb
I know, right? Scott was being mad difficult in
took
that
the orb,
situation.
though.
because Scott wouldn't give it to him.
No, he's like, "Where's my daughter?" She's like, "She's fine."
yeah, and then
No,
he was
he
like,
didn't bring
he's
the
like- he
daughter.
said, "Oh, she'll be fine without you then."
But
And
I also
then-
felt he did because he was coming in the beginning. Like I felt like in the beginning he was coming like, look, okay, I'll do it. I felt like he'd have been like, all right, I'll bring your doctor, but because he put up a fight in the very beginning, he's telling him, nigga, let me just let you know that I still run shit and I can just make this work however I want to make this work. I'm just choosing to be nice.
I want them gauntlets.
And the fact that he he kept on 100. He was like, look, I'm not lying to you. This bitch tell you about me? No. I fucked her. She forgot about me.
So I was talking to Camden earlier this morning, and after we saw the movie, you think about it, really, this Kang the Conqueror was kind of a good quote unquote Kang, because he straight up said the other Kangs act like children and are causing all these incursions, so I'm going out to destroy these timelines so there's not incursions.
Hence my
If
question
he's
at
the
beginning.
good one, imagine what these other Kangs are going to be like.
Hence my question at the beginning, if he was just going through like fixing it, I was like, oh well, go ahead. I gotta get home.
Exactly.
If you-
Because
if
that's
you're
the thing.
So
fixing stuff,
you a
I'm
smooth
going.
talker. God damn. He
'Cause
sold
it was-
me. Car salesman.
Here was the thing, because when I got back from the movie, Patrick asked me, I was like, is he like the same as Thanos? And I didn't think about it until Patrick brought it up. I was like, because most people with a logical sense of thinking will think Thanos' plan wasn't that bad.
No,
His plan
He
made
would have done it
sense.
the wrong way, but it was a good plan. I mean, it makes
yeah.
sense, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my feelings would be hurt if I was the one that had to be
Blipped
dusted.
out, yeah.
But at the same time, I understand because after it happened, the world was fine.
And
Everybody had housing. Everybody had food.
It was fine. I mean,
It was,
Our world
it was
was fine.
mostly fine.
it looked pretty bleak at the beginning end game.
I know, but I'm just.
But after
That's
time-
just
as
because
time
people
went
were
through-
grieving. But
Yeah.
when you
then
look at the situations they were in, like I said, everybody had housing. Everybody had food.
But then you have to question if Avengers really were right, because then you show in this one, all of them are back and they're homeless now.
Yeah,
Like they're
they were literally clearing out a park of homeless people
wanna hear something?
because their houses were taken.
Something kind of funny and ironic that I found out. I was watching New Rockstars on YouTube, which is fantastic. But they live in San Francisco where they shot it. And the guy was stating, like, to shoot that scene where they're driving and talking about the homeless camps, they had to clear out all the homeless people so they could shoot it. It's like, okay.
hey, watch out. I gotta do a movie about homeless. I gotta do a scene about being homeless. Watch out.
It's like, hey, go over there. I gotta do a movie about how it sucks to be y'all right now. Go over there to the side.
I need you to go 2 blocks down there.
You can come back later, but just for now, go on somewhere.
but is it going to be wrong if the Avengers stop Kang when Kang is trying to fix the multiverse?
If he explains to him what he's trying to do, I feel like it'd be
Even
easy.
though he's killing.
Still killing people.
I just want to
Now-
say once again, Marvel has given you a villain that you're just like, man,
Do I agree?
like I can't be totally mad if he
Well,
wins this one.
it's kind of like the Black Adam movie. It's kind of like when the Avengers get involved. If the good Kane stops the other ones, it's kind of like, well, I have y'all back there to help the people. fuck, I don't have to worry about helping people. I'm just trying to stop me. But since y'all are here, y'all can help everybody else.
Well, that shows you how messed up in the head Kang is. He's like, I want to destroy myself. Yo, dude, just think about
Because-
that. I want to kill my other selves.
But think about the sacrifice that you have to kill yourself because you know that you're a badass like that. Like you're just gonna fucking.
But you know you're fucked up in the head.
If you came across another you, would you not be like, oh, I got to kill him?
No.
There can be only one.
This ain't Highlander.
Yo,
Yeah, it is.
And yo, we teaming up.
Yo, we
Shit, boy, we about to go out there and run a bro, boy.
what?
2 dashes?
I don't know that.
I'm trying to find somebody else like me at this point. I'd probably have a bigger spot than this.
I see another
If I
me
had
as
another one of
instantly
me.
a competition.
Well, I think that's the thing with Kang is his ego is so big and there can only be one of them. That's why there's the wars that keep happening.
It's like twice all over again.
Yo, quick.
Twice.
Just brought everything down. Everybody's emotions just went down at the same time. But I got a question.
Okay.
You
I
remember
haven't gotten
the
there
Jet Li movie, the one
Yeah.
where
I do.
they kept killing each other, the ones that remained got powerful? What if that applied to Kang?
Oh, God. That'd be awful.
You want to talk about OP? They made us OP with 150 of them still out there. If he killed the rest of them and he was the only one, Jesus.
I'm calling Jet Li.
Oh, and Cassie Lang is Stature. That's her name. We were trying to figure that out. Like, who
Oh.
else
Think
is
about it earlier. I was like, I forgot her name.
I was
was the
like,
comics.
what
I
the
forgot her name was the comics.
What's that? A whole 57 minutes later.
Yep. I was like, Stature.
Yeah.
There we go.
That was a
New
good poker
Avengers.
face you had going on. I did not think he was thinking about that.
I'm excited for the young / new Avengers, whatever they're doing with all these new.
That's part of the reason why I thought Ant-Man was going to die, because I thought
Yeah,
that's what
that's
they're
what-
trying to build up to.
But I thought I had read somewhere that they weren't going to do this.
They just brought in Yelena. They brought in Kate Bishop.
Oh, trust
They're
me,
bringing in
It
everybody.
makes sense. They
You
have
to.
all the pieces.
Yeah.
Like they've got all the stuff ready to go, and
And
they're
I'll-
like, just throw it away.
And you have all these people are aging out of the roles. You got to replace them, and this is the best way to do it instead of doing a full reset.
And I'm not sure why the only one they seem focused on is the Marvels right now, because that one doesn't seem like they need to really go through a generational change there.
Yeah,
But I don't know.
What you mean?
Bring Henry Cavill back.
Well, with Miss Marvel and Captain Marvel.
Well, I guess let's just
and
put Miss Marvel on the team.
Monica Rambeau,
Completely different comic book.
that movie that's coming out. Like, I don't understand why that is a thing when they have all the Okay, explain to me why in the end of Thor: Love and Thunder they had this little baby Thor running with
Eternity.
Thor. So, but are they going to do anything with that? Because that should be
At
part
one
of
point,
Young
Kang said he
Avengers.
wanted to kill Eternity in the movie. Is he talking about Thor's adopted daughter? Who knows? Maybe.
Probably.
That's a possibility.
Kang kills everything.
I think when he meant eternity, he means fucking everything.
Could mean the embodiment of Eternity.
Or it could mean the embodiment of eternity.
No, I think it means everything, though.
Yeah, it's literally. If it's Eternity, it's getting killed. Named Eternity is Eternity. Doesn't
This
matter.
dude's I don't even know what you even call him. He's not even a mass murderer anymore. He's a.
I was about to say, and genocide don't really fit either.
Nope, it doesn't.
The only one
What
that
do you call it?
he's got the ideology of Ultron. Just everyone dies. Everything dies.
Ultron was
No,
hard.
Ultron was trying to turn everybody to a machine.
Nah, he wanted to
No,
just
he was
take
trying to
away.
kill all the humans.
all
He was
humans had to go away.
machines.
Yeah.
He
It was
Turn
it was
machines.
T2 all over again, just
Yeah.
more futuristic.
Oh, good, yeah. But Ultron wasn't that scary.
Oh,
Yo.
I thought he was very, very,
I don't know,
Yeah.
man. Because
very creepy.
When there's no emotion involved, at least with everybody else, there's some type
Compared
of
to
emotion.
Thanos and Kang?
There's still emotion
I would-
involved.
if I had-
Kang, but
When you
Over
have
th-
creepy.
when you have no
Yeah.
Ultron was
emotions,
creepy, but
when you have no emotions, at least with Kane on them, there's still a little bit of something you can grasp with emotion. There's no emotion at all. It's just
None.
straight robot, just
I mean, and just seeing him walk into
glass bottle.
seeing him walk into rooms and stuff like that. Him
The
having
zombie
to be-
Yeah.
robot.
That would scare me anyway. I'm a short individual. So if I see somebody having a duck,
He should have kept one robot like out of everywhere, like just by himself. He never would have died.
I
He
think
had
he's
one more
supposed to be
robot go
coming
to.
back.
Wasn't there
Infinity
one if-
Stone-
there was a one if about that, right?
Infinity Stone
Yeah.
Ultron,
Yeah, they
though.
did. And he was
was a freaking problem.
Yeah.
That man was more than
What
a problem.
Infinity Stone Ultron was wow.
I don't think you can put problem on that man on that machine because him with all the infinities, he broke reality.
He did because that's what he did.
He
when
went
right?
after the Watcher.
And waxed the Watcher.
Yeah, it was.
And waxed the Watcher. Like
He
it wasn't
said, what?
You.
He said, you can see me?
and was properly like disturbed. Was like, oh, oh, he can see me. I gotta go find help.
Right.
You remember
Instantly knew that man was a problem.
Told you, he's top. He's top notch.
But that's because you know who played Ultron, right? You know the voice actor for Ultron.
James Spader.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the guy that played in Blacklist.
Blacklist.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
He's the one that played Ultron, and in Blacklist he's
the main
menacing.
guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
In Blacklist he's menacing.
The Blacklist.
But I'm just saying, like the way he played Ultron was menacing and creepy. To Patrick's point, if I saw something like that big
One of the scariest
through a door, I'm like,
One of the
nah,
scariest
bruh.
points from that movie is when Claw, he makes mad and he cuts his arm off. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. But he started apologizing as soon as he cut a dude's arm off for calling him Tony Stark. That was like, oh, that dude is unhinged. That robot is
He still
unhinged.
was upset. Though. He was, I'm sorry.
I was like,
But why
I'm
would he
sorry.
call
I
him that?
like,
He shouldn't have said it.
I have a name.
So what do we rate it?
I gave it an 8.
I give it a 9 because I really like the cinematics in it.
It was a
It-
beautiful.
yeah,
It was you couldn't have made this movie 20, 30 years ago
Yeah.
and make it look like that. It was.
I don't
it
know
just,
if 10 years ago, I don't think you could have made it look that
I
good.
mean, it
That
looked.
was
Disney
incredible.
took a little Avatar and sprinkled it on top
Yeah.
of this movie.
I really thought I was in the quantum realm. Like it was so insanely detailed, and the people that they put on there, and the backgrounds, and the how they
different
got-
colored
it was just
stone head people.
It was just so well shot, and Jonathan Majors is absolutely killing it as Kang.
yeah.
Absolutely killing it.
Even when he had to do the 3 personalities for like the end credit scene.
And I was gonna mention that. I was like seeing him play those 3 different, then playing Kang the Conqueror, and paying attention to him playing the one what was it?
One Who Remains.
Who Remains.
Loki.
Yeah,
Or he
watching
remains,
it.
yeah.
He's-
It's crazy.
Yeah.
He's like
he's amazing at it.
yeah. So
Yeah.
like I can watch that movie over and over just because of his performance. Like I really liked him, and I really think they did a really good job casting him as Kang.
Okay, so done.
So
Pressure.
I watched it Thursday night, opening night. Coming out of it, I probably would give it a 6. I was very disappointed, let down. But then thinking about it, watching it again this morning, I let the hype get to me. I thought it was going to be this huge, like, oh, this is going to change everything. But it's not, and that's okay. It's still a very good movie. Probably give it an 8. I don't know if we do half, 7.5, 8, around there. I did love Jonathan Majors Kang. Why did they wait till minute 46 for him to be in it, though? I mean, yeah, he was at the very beginning, but it too long to get to him.
Yeah.
They kept talking about it. I was like, everyone knows it's Kang. You say he's like, we saw the trailers. We know it's Kang.
I say anybody that has been watching it knows who you're
We
talking
know
about.
who you're
Let's
talking
get
about.
to it.
Bring him in.
Everybody
Yeah.
talking about he and
But
him.
I think it's a very good movie.
Like we know who Voldemort is. Just say his damn name. So 7.5, 8.
It'll go 8. I'll give it an 8.
That's fair. I'll do like an 8.5. I really liked it. I thought it was good. The funny part is we've been sitting here talking about this movie for a little over an hour now, and not once did we really comment on Ant-Man's character. Like it was all about Kang and how terrible Janet was, and how terrible Cassie was, and how Hank was just chilling with the ants. Like all the extra characters made the movie, and that's fine. Scott Lang's character just he's
Scott
there.
Lang's character was more of like he was more like the centerpiece. Like the movie couldn't exist without him,
Right.
but he wasn't the one that made the movie entertaining.
Well, see, that's where we're at though with the Marvel Universe now. We've already seen these characters. Now we're getting somebody brand new, as in Kang, that everybody's been waiting on. It's
Right.
kind of it just takes away from these characters that's been. But we did get Cassie, which is supposed to take over the role for Ant-Man.
So just one last thing. What you were talking about, how it wasn't this grand thing like we were thinking it was going to be. every third Marvel movie isn't going to be Civil War or No Way Home, and we have to be okay with that. Like, this movie is the third Ant-Man movie, and it was a good movie for an Ant-Man movie. Like, it was very good. I liked it.
Don't forget Ragnarok.
Well, I think Ragnarok.
Yeah, Ragnarok.
The bigger thing for me on that is every phase led up to something. Phase 1 led up to the Avengers.
Or Iron Man 3. Just kidding.
Every time I was comparing Iron Man 3 to the Avengers, like, okay. Like, and I think that's what's kind of with Phase 4, and it didn't really lead up to that big team-up movie.
Right.
So I think that was kind of the letdown for me. But then, like you said, it doesn't have to be that, though.
That's fair.
I am also in the 80s range. It wasn't bad. Obviously, me not watching the first and second one didn't really help, but me watching the movie, I went to the movie open minded. Like, I wasn't like, I saw the Rotten Tomatoes and the people review, but I went in there with open minded.
Ooh.
And
I'm gonna have to check the Rotten Tomatoes when we do it.
yeah, 50%.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Do it.
We got to do it.
Do
It's like
it.
it's like a thing for us.
They gave it 49%, and then they gave the audience gave it 85%.
They gave it a
I
49.
saw it
49.
I saw them give it 55.
Oh wow!
So when
I saw him give it
I saw it
52.
Thursday night. I saw it Thursday night. It was 49 Thursday night.
That's all
But
I'm
I
talking
went
about,
in
the
there. I went in there open minded. Like I said, my only two things was the jokes. I felt like they tried too hard with that, and then the Padawan. I didn't really care for Padawan.
Oh, Lord. So 48 now.
Who the hell's the Padawan?
Casey.
Cassie.
Oh,
Cassie.
I'm like, what?
The third person to play
Some of the
Cassie.
shit she did was just like.
I'm
bitch,
sorry,
she-
Dad. I screwed up.
And Janet.
You know
Janet
what?
fucked up too.
Can I take it
She
back?
read the book, too.
I want to do 8.5 only
Nope.
because MODOK, he creeped me out. I didn't really like MODOK. I really didn't. I thought he was terribly.
Well, I like Murdoch. I
I
thought
didn't
he
like
actually
MODOK
helped with the comedy.
at all.
I know, right? I like Modo.
I'm sorry. I hated
He
MODOK.
said,
And I hated some of the cheesy shit that was said. Like, I love you, Dad. I love you too. And I'm like,
Do you
That's
guys
love.
think Hope and Scott have chemistry? Because I've heard
Yes.
mixed. Like I've heard some people say they have none. They're more like brother and sister. I've heard some people say that. I don't.
They
It's
don't
not, like, off
try
the
to put
charts,
chemistry
but it's
there.
like,
Here's the thing. I think they do have chemistry, but it's like, you know, you see them weird couples that you wouldn't think would make good couples, but they end up like being together forever. I think they're more like that.
And that's what I was going to say, because you got to think about Scott being
An ex-convict.
ex-con and working at
Baskin Robbins.
and then you have the daughter of Hank
Genius.
Pym.
Yeah, now she runs the pimping
She's running the whole
industry.
business like
Yeah.
she's a businesswoman. So that's what I was going to say. I thought it was just like a weird couple type thing.
and I don't like how you call the movie Ant-Man and Wasp Quantumania, but you gave us barely anything from Wasp.
And where was the Quantumania?
True.
We're in the quantum realm. Where was the mania part?
We need Animaniacs in the quantum realm.
I was going to say, I gave it like a 7.5, 8. But I didn't like none of the ending. Like, other than the fight, that's the only part that I liked. of the
Yeah.
whole-
We didn't talk about the ending.
Like,
Oh.
I hated the...
All them
F-
ants.
Like,
No,
I'm
we talking about
like,
past that.
Yeah.
Oh.
After the ants, I felt like it was almost like, I don't want to say rush, but he fights the man hand to hand. He's beating his tail. Ant-Man makes his superhero, I don't have to lose. I mean, I don't have to win. We just both have to lose. My man's about to run into the portal after beating him. And then Wasp comes out, shoots him with some beams. Man falls back, and the portal closes. And I'm like, so okay, they're gonna they're gonna hang out for a little while. They're gonna be in the realm for a little while.
I thought that
And
too.
then
Yeah.
And then
he's
Cassie-
standing there.
Yeah.
He's standing there holding her. He's like, "Let's go home." And all of a sudden, the portal opens up.
Oh,
When
I
the
got-
portal
I
opens
got
up, he
that
says,
too.
"Let's go
I got
home." I was
so-
like, "How do you know they opened up that?"
Cassie took 2 minutes to just like open it out
And I
of
was
nowhere,
like-
and then he didn't even turn around. No reaction from like, "Let's go home. Home
Again.
sounds good." But you did not know that was going to happen.
I
I
didn't
agree
like
with
that
you. I
part.
thought
I
that
hated
too.
that part. I hated that part.
Okay, here's another reason.
It seemed too easy.
It's a
Yeah, it
terrible
seemed
plan.
too easy.
Cassie already was going to screw. How did she know Kang was dealt with? She was like, "Oh, I'm going to open another portal." Kang could have
Didn't
came
even think
through
about that. Didn't even think about that. He just
Damn, I did not
think about that
even.
either.
Come
When I
out
tell you,
with
Padawan. Right there.
That's
Keep
a-
her right there.
That's some
just come out
Padawan shit.
with
Which I
Holden
was
Scott and
in-
Hope's
The only,
bodies.
the only thing I can
not once but twice.
The only thing I can say to that though is that maybe because remember when she was first showing it, she said she could have found him sooner if she would have had that device. So maybe she knows how to pinpoint specific people. I'm not saying that's definite. I'm just saying maybe.
If you just turn the machine back on to the previous settings, that's the last portal that was open.
She hit last channel.
Yeah. Was it star 7? Then you dial back.
Mine's is last previous channel.
But that's why I gave it. Like you said, the cinematography as a whole was great. All the where they were at, the storyline, I enjoyed it. But that ending, I was just like, that's.
There's still so much meat on the bone.
Yeah, but they couldn't give you everything about the big bad in the Ant-Man
I mean,
movie.
true story.
And I also was gonna say, based on your comment about Phase 1, I feel like this last Phase 4, and then they're still building on for the big team up. I think end of Phase 5 is gonna have that big team up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, of course.
And it probably had to be that way because as big as like going into the multiverse of things is, there wasn't too many other baddies that would have warranted everybody getting together again.
You gotta realize
Because Thanos was already like Thanos was already the universal baddie. So the only thing to go past that is multi-universal baddie, which is either Kang.
But for
or-
Avengers, they got together to take on Loki and the Chitauri.
Yeah.
It wasn't like we didn't know about Thanos at that point.
I know.
So they could have. I think. They could have probably built to like have something with like Shang-Chi and the newer people get together. But I'm fine with what they've done personally. I just know a lot of people that's been an issue with a lot of people.
Yeah.
And that's what I was gonna say. I feel like this. I honestly feel like this movie was a good start to Phase 5.
It
Because,
was.
like I said, you're introducing. Now we know where the TVA is.
Do
Like,
we?
So now you're.
Oh no, they never actually said.
Well,
it.
I guess they didn't state that the TVA is in the quantum realm. But do y'all remember the big statue at the Kang? What's the
there.
name?
I'm
Y'all
with you,
remember that
Patrick.
statue?
Yep.
But
the
y'all,
same
and then
one
y'all
with
remember
the-
the statue that was at the end of Loki? I thought
Yeah.
that was the same statue.
Yeah. No, you. The thing is, like,
So
anybody that's like looking for it could probably say, "Oh yeah, the TVA is in the quantum realm," but they just never actually said, "Yeah, this is where it's
well,
at."
okay, let's not say it's in there.
But
we know that
we
they have
think-
connected.
yeah.
Yeah.
They've connected Loki's series to now the movies, the actual MCU movies. And you're talking about multiverse, so we know that based on the end of Doctor Strange 2, that Doctor Strange is going to be involved with the multiverse. Just like you said, they're looking at Earth 616, talking about y'all doing too much. So we already know that. So we know that everyone that's involved in Earth 616, and based off Spider-Man's whole situation, that we're gonna. I think that this connected a lot of stories, and I think that's how it's gonna move on from there.
See, I think we got a sprinkle of what Kang can do.
Yeah.
Because like every time people hear Kang's name, they're like, "Yo, we don't talk about him." And then at the very end credits, Loki's like, "Yeah, that's him." And you just seen this fear. This is Loki we talking about.
Yeah, no one else is like that guy.
Yeah, he's like, "That guy?" Loki's like, "That's the
Yeah,
guy."
that's him.
And I'm like, "Yo, I feel like this man's really about to come." And the funny, I like how you said it's Thanos, and then he's got his own little people. You know what I'm saying? He's got like Ebony Maw and all these. This is Kang and other Kangs. You got to fight the same guy
Multiple times.
multiple times.
And
Multiple
when you-
of these people.
I was about to say,
All
when you
of them.
kill him, somehow he pop up somewhere else.
He's going to come
That's
back.
it.
Cockroach.
He's
I
unstoppable.
think the way to kill him was to destroy the other timelines. That's gonna be a conundrum they have to come down to. Do
Exactly.
we destroy all these people? I'm excited for the future.
And then here comes
Council
War
of
World.
Reeds.
And
which are Kangs. They're all councils of reeds.
And then we're going to get War World, and then here comes Doctor Doom.
but
I'm getting ahead of myself.
Did
But
you rate it?
Yeah, I said 8.
We jumped way down the line.
But a little bit of a reach. When Bill Murray's character came down, the first person I thought about was the King of Ragnarok.
Grandmaster.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that's what
That's
they
the
wanted him
first
to
thing
be.
I thought about.
I think that's what they wanted him to
But-
be, but he just wasn't.
So there's no way that those are connected, right?
Old Jeff Goldblum.
And the only reason I say that is because once again, where he was, supposedly time wasn't relevant.
was it? No.
It was
you
just
talking
different.
about Ragnarok?
Yeah.
No, Ragnarok. It was at the time, like you said, it was different, but it wasn't.
Oh, it was different.
No, that
Yeah,
was,
I think
that
they
was-
wanted Bill Murray to be that fun character like the
Yeah.
Grandmaster, but it just didn't happen. Apparently, that like Krylar, the guy who played, was only in like one comic ever. It's a very it was just
Super
like
obscure
I said,
character.
that
it just didn't hit like
crazy. That the Council of Kangs, they pull that scene directly from the comics. There is an actual comic scene where it literally looks exactly like what's in that
Oh,
scene.
everybody.
That's
I think I have seen that.
Dude,
comic
I was like, wow. Okay.
Because even the fact that like they were hype and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo! Yeah, I saw Scott Pilgrim. It was like high five. I was like,
Think
okay,
about how many different Kangs he had to play in that one scene. Like, he had the three main, and then he was all the other ones too. Like,
Right.
doing all the different stuff.
That dude was chanting in the background. He was like, "Yeah!" I was like, "Oh, he's ready to do some
He
murdering.
grabbed his other Kang. He was like, yeah, we're gonna fucking kill shit.
We're gonna kill everything. It's so much fun."
so,
187.
we're all pretty close to our ratings. That's
I think they started off really good this year.
Yeah.
This is a really good banger.
that's rare that we're all in the same
Same general area.
variant.
I think Guardians is gonna make us cry, guys. I think we are gonna lose people in Guardians.
Hold up.
I've seen those.
I got a question. Who you think is going to die?
Raccoon.
I think so too.
All of them.
Because Dave Bautista said he's not coming back. So I think they'll write him out by killing him off.
Yep. The tree.
Probably
So you think it's only going to be
Star
Drax?
Lord's gonna die?
I think Star Lord.
Oh no, I
and
think
Drax
like
is gonna die.
2 or 3 people are gonna die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Star Lord's gonna die,
Yeah.
and maybe
Hold on,
Rocket.
but just wondering, are we getting a Nova movie?
No.
We're
Not-
getting
not
a Nova
yet.
movie.
No, it
Not
ain't even
yet.
been mentioned at all.
I think we are going to get one, but I don't think it's going to be anytime soon.
Okay.
I think that might be like
I think that'd be more of a TV show.
Facebook just
Maybe.
tricked me.
Like
So
a-
do you think we're going to get Nova in the MCU?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah,
We should. We should. But the thing with Nova is like he's kind of like he's not good, but he's not bad either.
He's
Well, they're either gonna have to keep going.
Spawn. That's all he is. He's a spawn.
They either have to keep going and use characters like Nova, or they're gonna have to reset the whole thing, which I think they'll do in maybe 15 years. We'll say. I think they're gonna reset the whole MCU.
Yeah. If they could, yeah, they could.
Boy, them MCU classics are gonna hit different.
Well,
boy.
well, the
They
thing
put
is
out
though,
the whole catalog of like the.
They'll
it's supposed to,
reset
what,
it.
Do 10 phases?
they'll reset it, and then here come because I'm telling you, I'm calling it now. When Fantastic Four comes out in
Garbage.
2025,
Sorry, I'm saying.
Don't
I'm not,
do that.
We're not going to that hole. I'll play it. I'll play it.
bro.
We about to go. We about to go, Dash.
No, we're not going.
I just need one good Fantastic Four movie.
We're gonna get one. We go. This one's gonna
rooting
be
for
it.
this one. This one's it.
This one's gonna be it.
This one's gonna be it.
This
This,
is gonna
one
be
is
it.
gonna be it.
How
need
do
to
I hate
set
the
it.
fact that they said the guy that played Reed Richards in the Illuminati,
John
he's not
Krasinski.
going. Yeah, he's not
I saw
going to
that.
be
Yeah,
the Reed Richards. for
What
the
they need to do, they
Fantastic
need
Four
to
movie.
set it in the 60s, like the original Fantastic Four. Have young people play them, even if it's just like the beginning, like to set it up. Then we can jump to now.
I think when Fantastic Four comes out, the next big one is Galactus. It's gonna have to be.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have Silver Surfer, Galactus.
You got to
so
bring
ready
in
for
Galactus.
By the way, I looked it up. Nova is apparently either going to be a series on Disney Plus or like a straight to Disney Plus movie.
I thought I saw something about Nova.
Yeah.
So with Nova, I think Rocket and Groot at least survive
Us, yeah. Okay.
because Nova is part of the Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
I mean, it's one of those things. Who's
He just comes in every now and again.
Oh.
I
I
guess.
mean, there probably it's an iteration where he is part of the Guardians with comics.
Oh no,
it's so
she.
weird.
I was about to say She-Hulk was part of that, but no, she's part of Fantastic Four. Never mind.
Huh?
She-Hulk. She's joined the Fantastic Four in a couple missions.
Oh yeah.
So did Spider-Man with the
Oh yeah, that is right.
paper bag over his head.
I need the Inhumans back too.
This guy.
What? The paper bag over his head.
It's true.
I was about to say that actually happened.
Yeah. When he got Venom
Did
on
you
him,
say
he went to the Fantastic Four.
Inhumans? You
Yeah.
said Inhumans?
Yeah, I need
You
to-
watched the series?
I didn't.
So
Oh.
bad.
Yeah,
That's what I was going to ask. You liked it?
It was
No,
so
that's why Inhumans are not in the MCU right now because
It
that
was-
was so bad.
it was so bad that I'm kind of pissed that they did that to the Inhumans because I love the Inhumans.
But they had Anson Mount play Black Bolt and
But then we're gonna get X-Men. Oh my god.
I'm so excited.
I want X-Men to be just kids hanging out for like a season or two, like make a show on Disney Plus, just hanging out.
Yeah, put Jubilee in it.
Let them be like a little fun. Oh, we're gonna go to the mall, and then have like big movies too. But like, just have it be fun.
I just,
The Fox X movies were not.
especially Wolverine. Origins.
He's gonna be.
Okay. I was like, we talking about the character?
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it. That's my look.
Dramatic.
That's my look.
One of the worst movies.
Pause.
One of the worst movies ever made. Fight me.
I'm not fighting you there. I gotta pee. I'm not fighting.
This is Deadpool 3. This is Hugh Jackman's last.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be his last movie, right?
Well, I mean,
Supposedly.
Logan was supposed to be his last movie.
This is supposed to be the last.
Supposed to be his last movie, but Disney pockets run deep.
I was like, yeah, Logan was supposed to be his last one, so I
He
killed
said,
him.
I'm not going to be Wolverine anymore.
Do you try to introduce
Okay,
a new
read one more
X-Men?
time.
I mean, not a new X-Men, a
Hey,
new Wolverine.
He was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
he was
I
like
think
this.
everybody's going to be.
They
You
probably
think-
gonna have to.
You thought that was your last
Everybody-
Wolverine?
I mean, he might be in like a multiverse thing, but I think for 616 X-Men, it's going to be a whole new cast.
Yeah,
Didn't
that's
even
what-
read the
that's what-
contract, just signed it off.
And I also think it's going to be a couple years still before we see it, just to kind of let the old X-Men kind of leave people's minds.
Yeah, that would never leave my mind.
I'm calling it now. The X-Men
My
movie.
body's telling me no, but my body.
Your body's telling you no, but your body.
What? My body's telling me no, but my body's
I was
telling me.
like, I know ain't nobody. I know. I know y'all not gonna let that one go.
Oh, I
Y'all
don't
can't let that one go.
I was, because I was for sure. I said, I must have misheard.
I don't let
No,
things go.
I had to misheard that one.
I got the headphones on. I heard it clearly. That was said.
USTIIN.
Justine.
I'm done with y'all. I'm leaving now.
Oh man, but yo, what was you gonna say about X-Men movie?
I was just gonna say this. I'm calling it right now. X-Men is gonna be the. I think X-Men is going to gross the most money out of any movie in history. I'm calling it now.
I don't know about that one.
Do you know?
I'm with that.
Between
Do you know
No.
what people?
Hold on,
have
are we
been-
talking about all movies period or just in the MCU?
all movies?
No, it's impossible.
think about how much movie tickets are going to be in like 5 years. Though. I mean, that's,
But still, like, what,
saying it's a-
like
saying
what
it's a
movie
skewed
would y'all
statistic.
think would make more?
I
What
kind of
movie-
think.
what movie
I
you think
kind of
gonna
think
make
was War World, because that one's gonna be big, especially if they bring Miles Morales into it.
I think that'll be big for comic fans. I think X-Men's going to be big for everybody.
Because everybody
Okay.
loves.
I
That's
think-
what I'm
I-
going to say. There's,
that's what's gonna- it's
there's so
gonna
many
be the-
people that haven't paid any attention to anything, but the moment X-Men is pops up, they're like, oh, yeah, I'm going to go see X-Men.
No.
I'll give you
X-Men
that.
3 is
No.
like top 10 grossing all time, and X-Men
It
3
was
was ass.
Terrible, and it's like yeah.
X-Men 3, there's no way that's true.
It was
It's
a
like
big-
top
it's not-
15.
probably not now, but at the time,
It was like top 10
Just
grossing
because-
movie of all
There's
time.
no way
That
that
people
X-Men 3
hearing-
is higher than No Way Home. There's absolutely no way.
But I was going
No.
to say, but people,
But at the time,
people
it was
knowing
like
that
it's still
the other two Peter
only
Parkers
'cause-
are going to be in it. What's the
Tobey Maguire
Tobey
and Andrew Garfield.
them knowing that they were going to be in it? They were like, I'm going to go see Spider-Man just because of them. So I think the name of X-Men being brought up, it's going to be some people that just like, I'm going to go see it just because I saw the older ones.
Yeah, I'd see that.
That people that, like I said, people that don't even follow.
Oh, that's like people will
What's
go
going
see
on?
any Batman movie because it's Batman. That's what X-Men is for the Marvel.
X-Men, everybody knows the X-Men. You ain't got to be no comic book person to know that
They're
you know who
the
the X-Men
number
are.
one most known Marvel thing. Before
Marvel
MCU.
IP.
Yeah.
Oh, over
X-Men's
Spider-Man?
more known than Spider-Man? I'm not
Yes.
going to say there's no way.
I'm telling
Yeah,
you,
Spider-Man
man.
might be. I mean, they're up there.
Maybe Spider-Man might be above that, but
Spider-Man's a household name, bro.
No, I forgot about Spider-Man. I was thinking more like nobody knew who Iron Man was. Nobody knew who.
Oh, yeah,
like
no, yeah.
all of that. Like it was X-Men and Spider-Man were the two. So it's like Spider-Man movies make so much money because people are like, oh, it's Spider-Man. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
see it.
I mean,
There are
the
people that
Jap-
watch the Spider-Man movies that don't watch MCU movies, and it blows my mind.
Exactly.
Like, how, what? Okay.
Everybody knows Spider-Man.
And I just wanted to throw this out here real quick. I've been rewatching Marvel movies, and Hawkeye helped them win Civil War. I just want to throw that out too. Without Hawkeye, Captain America doesn't win. I just thought I wanted to put that out. Good night. Y'all have a good one. And we out.
He said, "Good night, Godspeed. We'll see you next
Be
year."
safe on the drive. I can't
Send
wait to
them out.
get there this weekend.
Hey yo, when was X-Men a part of the top grossing?
X-Men 3?
X-Men 3 was like,
It's like 2004, 2005.
it was a long time ago.
First one came out in
Okay.
2001.
I'm looking through the top grossing movies, and I'm all the way down to 121. I have here it goes. X-Men: Days of Future Past. Is that the one you talking about?
X-Men
No,
3.
X3 last
The
stand?
Last Stand.
Yeah.
Okay, so but I'm just saying I'm at 123, and that's where X-Men.
I'm
Days
talking
of
at the
Future Past
time.
is.
At the time,
Yeah.
it
Because we
was
got to think
like,
about like movies back then.
I mean, hell, it's been
Where's Spider-Man No Way Home at?
Oh, that was up at the top.
Yeah, that's
So
what I'm saying.
20
There's no
years.
way a
Almost
new
20
X-Men
years.
movie is passing that.
Yeah, it's almost been 20 years
There's no
now.
way.
But once
I
it-
think so. I think.
I mean, I saw
a new X-Men.
X-Men X3. I think I spent $2 for a movie ticket. Like that's what you gotta. It's you can't really compare it that way.
'cause that-
At the time, it was for some reason it was
I
a
do
very
remember
because people were
them.
very excited about the Dark
They had
Phoenix.
matinees.
Everyone like that was a big thing.
They
And
had
just
matinees then.
ruined it.
Right? You know,
Oh,
$5 matinee?
they had the $1.50 movie theater in Clemson that I went to.
Ooh.
And then you
I'd
know,
always
you get
been
movie
there.
tickets at the bank.
Sticky
you can't do that no
seats
more.
and spring sticking through the
You
chairs.
can go to the Amstar and get them. Not Amstar, the Anime Hospital and get them.
Really?
Yeah, my daddy does it. That's like where the hospital is. That's like a little building on the left hand side. He goes in there and get tickets.
I don't know. I'll take your word for it, but I'm
I mean,
kinda with
it was
Adrian.
like
It's-
back in the day, it was.
I'm just saying it's going to be hard to beat Spider-Man No Way Home.
I'm telling you.
That's just gonna
Especially
be-
'Cause, I mean,
doing
you
an
got-
all-new X-Men cast again.
Is No Way Home number one?
No, Endgame.
No, Avatar is number one.
Well, but as far as
I thought,
MCU,
I thought Into the
Still?
Multiverse was
yeah,
pretty.
because they released it like
That's
20
That's
times.
Spider-Man Into the Multiverse. Didn't that hit like number one?
I don't think so.
Because that shit hit was like 100%.
I'm gonna tell you the top 10: Avatar, Avengers Endgame, Titanic is still number 3.
That's crazy.
Which is insane.
I know,
Avatar:
right?
The Way of Water, Star Wars Episode 7, Avengers: Infinity War, Spider-Man: No Way Home, Jurassic World, The Lion King, the 2019 one, and The Avengers. Those are the top 10.
Well, I'll
Lion
say
King 2019?
right. Let's say a crack top
It's,
10.
it's a classic.
How many of those movies are Disney movies?
So what now?
I say I'm gonna take my
All of them?
bet. I'm gonna say at least the top. They're gonna crack top 10. I won't
No,
say
I do believe that they're definitely gonna crack top
I don't
10.
think because you still got Titanic at 2. Oh no, what did you say? Titanic at
3.
3.
That's a classic.
Which one's No Way Home's what? How?
No Way Home was
5?
7.
7.
It's gonna beat that one.
Ain't no way.
I'm telling you.
There's
I'm gonna
no
say
way.
I'm gonna say
you.
it's gonna crack top 10, but
It's gonna
that's-
hit. It's gonna.
I'm just saying
the
that's,
fact that
that's a lot of
Titanic
competition,
is
but
still at
It
it
is.
is crazy the fact
Wait.
that the top 10 is mostly Disney.
I got 5 on that right now, and it's on the record.
The only
I
one
got
that's
$5
$5. That's locked in right there.
hold
got
up,
that on
what's
video.
The 5 is gonna beat
It's
Spider-Man.
gonna beat
I mean, that it's not
That-
gonna beat Spider-Man.
I'm betting that there's no way the X-Men can beat Spider-Man.
Okay.
Okay.
and then he's been.
He's bitten.
I bet you Deadpool 3 beats Spider Man.
No,
Deadbolt.
you know why?
Deadpool
No,
3.
You
there's
know why?
no-
Rated R.
Oh.
That's one of the big things about Deadpool making as much money as it was because it was rated R. It's a huge
Oh,
thing.
Damn, I didn't even think about that because all those movies are literally PG-13.
Yeah.
Huh.
Family movies.
Well, shit, fire.
So the last stand was this.
Need a tissue?
You don't remember Django? He was like, shit, fire.
I know. God. I'm done. I'm leaving now.
All right. Well, anyways, y'all, we appreciate y'all coming through and watching us again.
Appreciate Scotty for stopping through.
Thanks for
and-
having me, guys.
Yeah,
I need
man.
y'all
Great
to
time.
vote Camden
Mr.
off
Phenom?
because he's light skinned.
I'm lighter skinned than him, so I don't appreciate that.
We like you.
I also have
cool.
less hair
Look,
than him, so
you like-
don't make that crack
you,
either.
You joined the Glassic group with the contacts. You're with us right now. You're cool. But that bastard right there.
It's because of the boot cheek show. The boot cheeks.
Boot cheeks.
No dark cheeks.
What are boot cheeks? I'm very confused.
Booty butt,
Set up,
booty
set up,
butt,
set up,
booty
butt.
butt cheeks.
Anyways, y'all.
Oh my god!
If y'all haven't gone to see the movie, go check it out. Like I said, it was a pretty good movie. It's
Comes
not going.
out. What's the day? February 17th.
You said it comes out February?
Came out.
Came out.
Came out.
Came out.
Oh, I was,
Not on the 17th.
I was about to say, I was like, what you talking about, bro?
Oh, and before we leave, I gotta say happy birthday to my Aquarius brother Keston. His birthday was last Saturday,
birthday
February 11th. So
to-
tell him happy birthday if you see him.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to the ugly.
I appreciated
nigga.
my Aquarius brother, and it was also his birthday 2 days after mine.
We can't stand you. We can't stand you.
Get the fuck off the
we
podcast.
Can't stand you.
Wow.
Damn,
They tag teamed you.
They did.
that was
Don't
so
y'all
mean.
have a light skin?
Oh, that shit's dead.
Nah,
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
that shit dies like every other week.
Happy birthday to you. Oh, is it too
That
late?
shit dead like fucking Dash's feet. Them motherfuckers gone.
Shit, well, I got some pretty feet.
Boy, stop.
He holds up the.
He holds up his shoe.
Just zoom in right
But
on
please,
his shoe.
Please don't take your shoe off.
He look like them feet got
Not-
shot by
not
that dude
I
with the laser
believe
head.
Kang, but just in case.
We don't need Dash on WikiFeet.
Just don't.
Really?
Anyways,
Y'all tripping.
Whole shoe.
it's too live in here.
Also,
Oh, look.
happy 2 years to Underground Nerd Nation.
Oh,
yeah.
thank you,
Oh
Pat.
yeah,
Thank you, brother.
appreciate it.
We have not been canceled,
Good job.
and that's amazing.
Not yet.
Especially
That
with Dash.
damn Kevin's
Dash,
face.
Especially with Dash.
Dash be saying some stuff.
Boy. The shit that comes out his mouth.
Oh man.
Oh, that note. He's Keston. We don't give a fuck who you is. That's my
Wow.
homie,
He doesn't know my
Adrian.
name.
Steph Curry Jr. I'm your main man, Dash. My homie Pat. Patrick Starr. Boom.
Representing Bikini Bottom for the fam.
Anyways, y'all, we love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Share the video. Come back and see us again. I guess we out. You want to say anything, Camden?
I'm Camden.
Okay.
Bitch.
Hey, we out. Love y'all.
Happy birthday, bro.
Thank you, bro.